Swagatam Suswagatam. Welcome to BhaaviTaram video channel, Legacy for the Future. As you all understanding and exciting and enjoying our Aarogya Deeksha series. In today's episode, we are going to talk about the kids. That's your next generation. What I say is kids or your real wealth. So let's share the presentation and we'll talk a little bit more about kids and why they are important, how we can take and make it to the 10x. Arogya Diksha kids, they are your real wealth. Now, can you believe it? Or do you accept it? Or do you agree with it? Please put in your comments. So, BhaaviTaram video channel is household information or household gold. Actually, there is a book by that name, Intinta Arogyam and Sampada. So our main goal is to share health and wealth information with 1 million people by 31st December 2027. This time we are making not only awareness, probably helping people to involve in taking action so that they can get better health and wealth. So please join us, your hands, for BhaaviTaram YouTube video channel and for Wellness Living webpage. So I'm saying kids are your real wealth. Do you agree with it? I say yes. Now we have lots of dreams for the kids, right? Hey, when the moment the kid is born, of course, before the kid's born itself, probably many parents work for it, save the money and do things. And when they're born, you do lot of things and you dream of many things. Hey, I want to be an engineer or a doctor or actor or a musician or a sports person, many things. There are thousands and thousands of goals you have. But the right one is we need to identify their talent and their interest so that they can rise and shine, right? So how do you do this? You dream, you set up goals and take action. Now, most of the time, what is happening is the dreams are there for the parents. In some cases, the execution part is missing or misaligned. Okay, that's where the challenge is coming, right? Now, again, what we say is like father, like son, or like mother, like daughter. Why do we say that? When we are when we are raising the kids, when they are very young, or any age that matter, but most of the time when they are young, probably we might start saying a lot of things to them. Do this, don't do this, that, this, and all that we explain. But most importantly, what was happening is they are not listening to you. They are watching you what you are doing. They are not listening what you are saying, but they are listening. They are watching what you are doing and copying you. That is it. In fact, I believe my when my son was about 3 months or something, whatever I was doing, something is giggling and all that. And something I was talking to my dad, he gave me one advice. Yeah, when this age, anything they do, it is fun and exciting, but you be the right example. Not just only say it, but you do it and show it. It's a show and tell. It's not talk and do. It's a show and tell, right? So not just talking and others to expect to do it. So that's why we say like father, like son, like mother, like daughter, or it vice versa. But anything that you do in your next generation, the things what's going to happen is one thing is they can become very wealthy, very successful, very respectable, and everything. That all the foundation is coming from our parents. Right? It's like there is I believe it's a Sanskrit quote, Yatha Raja Tada Praja, right? Like people, like king, like the people, right? If you have the standards, your good values, and you are living by it, that itself is the key, right? Let's do it a little bit more. So joy, have fun, enjoy, play with them, eat with them, fun, fight and dance, sing, everything you can do it with the kids, right? Especially when they are young. You know, some of the things I'm telling, but we missed few things and we did something. And also whenever we catch up or whenever we catch ourselves, we are doing something wrong, we worked on it to fix things. Okay. So we are all sharing our experience here. Now, what I'm going to talk about is adding value to next generation by 10x. What do I mean to is, let's say, whatever you are doing, if your kids can develop at least 10 times than you have developed, multiply the success by 10 times in all areas. I'm not just talking about money, respect, network, people, friends, relationship, everything they are talking, even happiness, health, right? So that is where it's a real success, right? Okay. So what we need to do this, I'll just talk about five things we need to do, especially I'm talking about in terms of health, because the Aarogya Diksha is all about health. But this also applies in all other areas of life of the kids and next generation and in yourself, right? So this five, let's see what are these five things we are talking about it. So what I'm going to do is my experience and my learnings I'm sharing. We have two kids, one son and one daughter. Thankfully, they are definitely very nice kids. And everywhere, whether it's in the school or college or friends or family, everybody gives you know, talks about very good about the kids. That's what as a parent we want to listen to it. We are very thankful. They're nice kids. Of course, now they're not kids anymore. I believe they are, teenagers, right? So they're doing very good job in all aspects, helpful, respectful, good communication, studying, and all that is there. So that's one of my experience and learnings, one side. The other side, when a few years back, I worked in foster care. Okay, of course, this is quite common in US. I'm not sure if this is there in other countries. What does a foster care in the sense? Uh, if you have some of the parents, if they have a difficult parents, the parents are, not really what you call some drug addict or alcoholic or some kind of situations are they're fighting each other, they're not going well. So what happens is these kids are referred to the foster care, an organization. So I worked at this a charity organization where they were taking care of these kind of kids. In a sense, the organization itself will not take these kids, but they track all these kids, and also they find somebody else, else to live in few months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years, depending upon that. Because sometimes what happens is some people are there, they don't have kids, they love to have kids, so they temporarily take 6 months, 1 year like that and put in their home, and they take care of as if they are kids. Or there are sometimes what happens is, let's say some parents are there, their kids went to the college, nobody is there at home, right? Things like that are various situations. So people give a kind of free service. The charity organization used to give a little bit money to them, but there is a lot of procedure it is, because it's you are taking somebody's kids. It's not an adoption, but it's like I say, maybe in a simple word or lack of understanding is it's a temporary adoption, a month or 2 months, 6 months like that, right? So these kids, there are a lot of kids, people like this who grew up in the foster care homes and became the one of the some of the world leaders, right? It's giving a chance. Okay, so these are the two learnings, and because those days I used to see a lot of different things and learned many things, studied many things, and read some books and all that. Okay, this is my experience and learning about why I'm talking on this. So five things to do here. First thing is establish a routine, right? There should be a routine in the sense, hey, let's say, for example, every day I'm waking up at 5 o'clock. Let's say I wake up at 5 o'clock. Similarly, you have to establish this routine to kids. Now, you may ask what age we should do. I would say the day one they're born, you can start doing this, because uh, doctor used to say when we were taking my son and daughter when they're small, right? Monthly visits and all that, just regular health checkups. They say, hey, we talk anything and say this and that. The kids are very, very intelligent. Right now, even though they're 7 days old, just 7 days or 5 days old, they can manipulate you. They're very intelligent. So what they were saying is, oh, either if they're putting in a different room or different bed or definitely they're crying and all that. Yes, they're crying for the attention. So doctor used to say, you got to establish a routine, a schedule. Don't think that a small baby, whenever they wake up, whenever they do it, but you have the intention, you have some plan. You are not waking up, you're putting alarm and say, baby, wake up. You're not doing that, but you expect and you start doing, working towards that at the very, very young age, very early age, right? And when the kids crying, especially when they're small, doctor used to say, as long as they are not hungry, they do not have a temperature or something, or we need to change a diaper or something, they are not good, and they're all not required, and they're just crying, it's okay. Just watch from them distance, but they don't run, because they create the triggers. So first time when you cry, little bit cry, four people show up, and okay, they're happy. Then after some time, if you're not showing up, they raise their volume. You will see, man, what happened? But yes, they are manipulating. They're very intelligent. So start thinking of establishing the routine, because when, let's say, your wife and husband brand and newly married, but newlywed, and after 1 or 2 years you got a kid, your whole life change, because it's a new schedule, new life, new thinking. So that's where you start establishing routine for your baby, routine for yourself. That is important. And sometimes we miss this, the fun time, having fun with the baby. So especially when they're young and all that, I used to spend a lot of time. And as they're growing up, sometimes, we are saying busy and this, but we got to work on it. Try spending some time, because the more time we spend with the kids, the better it is, right? Show the example, play with them, talk to them, or watch them, encourage them. All this you can do it. The more time you spend with the kids at the younger age, the better they get when they grow up. Now I know nowadays everybody busy, 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 we are saying, including me. I'm also saying I'm also busy, right? But the thing is, this is your wealth. Let's say you have a gold bar, you have money lying there. You just throw anywhere, or you keep it nice and put in the cupboard and lock it, or in the bank and try to multiply it. Then why? The kids are also your next wealth, your wealth, first wealth actually, right? Next generation. Why we are not taking time? Why we are saying I'm busy, right? The most important thing I want to emphasize is this here is feeding. Nowadays, you know, uh, I'm sorry to say that this is my observation. Most parents, they're ignoring this part, and all they are doing is somehow they are giving the stupid phone to the people, or either tab or computer or TV, they are giving it to them. I don't want to even show here, but that's what they are doing. Right now, 20 plus years back, and nowadays the technology is very handy. 20 plus years back, there is no technology. I used to see some of the friends, they used to carry a video cassette. Probably some of your generation is not no current latest generation. What is this, you say? Yeah, you go into museum, but we have all this setup. So we used to have a big machine, like we call VCR, video cassette recorder, cassette player. So you put this cassette in it, and it will play the video. Now, the thing is, you need to carry your content those days, 20 plus years back. Right now, with your mobile, everywhere, or TV, everything is connected to the online. Whatever you want, you read. But, there are some kids, so specifically, they need some specific dialogues, or specific movie, or specific song to eat the food. Otherwise, they were not eating. So these parents used to carry all this kind of stuff. Sometimes they used to carry not only this video cassette, they used to play the video, the player too, if required, some cables too, because all the TVs and all the things are not compatible those days. The technology is so vast then and there. Now I used to be really scary what these guys are doing, because when you're eating, you should be enjoying, you have to have a joyful eating. Nowadays people are, I hear people again, parents, oh, my son is picky eater, my daughter is picky eater, they don't eat this, they don't eat that, you know And teenagers are getting lifestyle diseases like non-communicable disease like diabetes or thyroid or heart disease or cancer and all this. Hey, what you are doing, the input what you are doing is wrong. Can you put a petrol in a diesel car or diesel in a petrol car? You don't do it, right? That's what you're doing. We are feeding the wrong way. How you're feeding, when you're feeding, what you're feeding. These three things are very, very important. If the guy is watching a movie or song or singing and dancing and all that, if he is eating, he don't know how much he is eating, what he is eating. This, doesn't he understand? Is full or half or empty? As a parent, I know I cannot blame you and me, but can you take a few minutes, plan yourself and take 10 minutes of time and sit with them and feed with them. In some of our old videos, you can see my kids, we used to just leave them alone. And I see when before we have kids, when I see some people at the 2 years, 3 years age, they were not feeding kids. They were sitting along on the table on the some specific chair and giving the food. Whatever they eat, they play, doesn't matter. So you feel that okay, if I give it to the kid, he will not eat and he will come back and he will cry, he'll this and that. No, you are making a very, very, very big disservice to your next generation by feeding them when they are able to capitalizing. When you can feed, the moment they start eating salad, hey, put them on a high chair or table at safe place and sit next to them. Let them eat. Let them play. You may think, oh, they are making all messy. I need to clean up. Yes, it may take few minutes, but once they get a habit, because that's the best way to learn and develop their motor skills, develop their brain, many things will happen. And most importantly, their health is going to be the best. What else you need? You are saving 5 minutes of time putting a TV or video or song, and but your rest of the life you are suffering because of their ill health or because they are not eating, they are not good, they are not performing well at your studies. You want them to be IAS or IPS or software engineer or I don't know what all you want, sports person, but the input itself is not there. To become an IAS or IPS or engineer or doctor and all that, your studies is not enough. Your coaching is not enough. The best college is not enough. The most important, I would say, 80% of it contribution for success is the food, the nutrition, what you are doing. That's where I'm talking. Hey, they can be 10 times intelligent than you if you take care of this one part. I know I'm talking a lot on this, but this is one of the most important. How you do it? Set an example. Let's say, hey, you are asking your kid to sit there and eat on the table, let's say, and you are sitting on the sofa and watching TV and eating food. Why? This I always fight in my home. Sometimes we do it, but very rarely. But most of them I say, guys, you pick one. Either you eat or you watch TV. No, so daddy, that game is coming. It will not come again. Okay, plan yourself. Shut down the TV for a few minutes. Eat or wait till the game is done and eat because that is very important. Otherwise, what is happening is we have lots of time. We have lots of time on hand. What is happening is the priority or the planning is not there. That is where the establishing the routines from the beginning is important. Right? I know I also do sometimes. Let's say we every day, Monday to Friday, you wake up early on the time and all, but the moment it is Saturday or Sunday, holiday, you wake up late, I wake up late. Hey, what you are doing? You are setting the example for them to do the same thing, right? The next one is standards and rewards. You show them rewards and set the standards. What do I mean that? Let's say I want to give them something. They need to get a mentality of earning mentality, not entitled mentality. Oh, my dad has a lot of money. Can I do this? Can I do that? I know some of the very, very wealthy people. Probably, there are a lot of stories and you listen, watch on the TV or social media, like very wealthy kids. But they go and start working. I know one of the I mean not directly, but I read a story like this parent has a five different companies over $125 million business they were doing. But this kid has to go and work as a, internship as a trainee in the company, not as a manager or boss, right? So you set up the standards, help them to learn, understand things. Only reward when they did the work. Oh, beta, it's okay. No, don't do that. Don't lower the standards, because the standards is the one makes you the performer, brings out the best. He will take care of the not next generation, probably next 5 generations. He will take care of it if you put the standards and rewards proper place, right? And the last one, of course, I was talking. You be the good example. If I'm saying, hey, don't do that, you don't do that fast. Like I tell my kids, hey, if you guys want to go check my phone anytime, you know what I'm doing, and what kind of videos I'm watching, what kind of things I'm browsing on the internet and all, because I tell them, so I want to check your phone. So you got to be very cautious and very mindful what you're doing, what you're studying. And nowadays, because of the social media, a lot of psychosomatic diseases are coming, the mental diseases. Somebody say anxiety, somebody say this, and no, it's all nonsense. Two things we take care of, things will happen. First thing is establish your routine. The next one is the feeding, the food, the nourish. It's whether kid or adult or anything, everybody has the same rule, right? So I hope this makes sense, and give me your feedback, your thoughts, your experience on this, please. So rewards and earning mentality. So when you say I want to give a ice cream or sweet or some book or balloon, whatever you want to give them, they got to do the work. If they do not do the work, they don't give them the reward. Don't make them as entitled mentality like a government. Oh, we give this, we give that, we give that. Why government is giving free things to the people? Help them to increase their earning capacity. But the very well the government knows, if we encourage them, enlighten them, or make increase their earning capacity, they don't need the government tomorrow, right? So your goal, you are not the government for your kids. Right? When we joined my son in the college this time, I said, if you are doing this kind of GPA 4.0 GPA, you are getting paid for the school fees and all that, I mean college fees. Otherwise, I said, I'm not going to pay you college fees. And I told them very big reward. If you do this in first year, this is what you get. We promised them, you get to choose and buy a brand new car. But I'm not going to give, because I promised him, if he is not reaching his target, his goals, right? So you got to set the standards, because you may feel little pain or unhappy for or discomfort now, but you're doing a very, very, very favorable thing in the long run. So I hope this helps. So we wish you all living happy, healthy, wealthy, and wise. And this is the time, if you have not done, just subscribe, or did not like, or did not share with your family and friends, please do so. Your help and support is very much expected and also very much appreciated. We need you. And I'm sure probably we will be able to add value to you, put in right direction. With that, we are done with this video. The next video we are coming with is, hey, it is very simple to eat protein or right diet than you think. That's the next topic we are coming. With this, we are concluding here. Again, hey, we wish you have the very, very, very happy, healthy, wealthy, wise lifestyle, and you are taking care of your your first wealth or next wealth as best of the best, and multiplying it. Let's make this world a better place to live for us, for everyone else to come.